let's start to decode the budget 2021. We are going to discuss one amendment in one video and detailed analysis. And our focus should be to discuss in four areas, or discussion should be around the four areas. First, we are going to discuss earlier provision and what is the amendment, and third, rationale behind behind this amendment. What is the rationale? And fourth, what is the challenge? Who are the impacted person, and what could be the way forward? So our every discussion will discuss around these four areas. So let's start for our first amendment. First amendment is a very basic section amended, that is the term supply. So everyone aware that the GST is levied on supply, and supply is defined under section. So it's not defined, but it gives the section 7 gives the scope of the supply, term supply. And by amending or by inserting a subclause AA, they had widened the scope of the supply, term supply. So just moving forward to discussion about the or legal discussion, just what is the rationale to amend, rationale to for this amendment? So just the government intend to ensure the levy of the GST in between the transaction of the members and the society. So because of that, they had inserted a subclause AA, and that subclause as inserted retrospectively from the 1st July 2017. So it's having a retrospective amendment and applicable from the 1st July 2017 itself. Now, if we see the reading of the section, its section start with the activities or the transaction by a person other than individual to its members or constituents, or vice versa, for the cash, deferred payment, or other valuable consideration. That means, first of all, they uses the term activities which has never been used in the GST law. So earlier scope of supply has supply of the goods, services, and both. But new term, the activities, has been inserted while introducing this section. Second, the term activity is not defined, and hence definitely it's an interesting to see the interpretation by the higher forum in days to come for the term activities. What is the activities or meaning of the activities? Second, even though these some major issues are also there. First of all, they had added an explanation. An explanation is said that for the purpose of this clause, that means this explanation is only applicable for the purpose of this clause and not other clause. It says that it is hereby clarified, and this explanation is of clarification in nature, notwithstanding anything contained in any other law for the time being forced, or any judgment or decree. That means this clause overrides the all other any other law, judgment, or decree. Now, why such a wording? So, friends, such wording because of Kolkata Club judgment. So, in the Kolkata Club judgment, Apex Court has held that the service tax is not applicable because of the concept of mutuality, and they are not so society and members are not separate persons. So, to overrule that judgment, or to overrule that judgment ruling, they had inserted such a wording under the explanation. Now, whether the by amending such a in such a way, whether the ruling can be overruled or not, definitely this discussion we could discuss, or could be interpreted in the days to come in the courts or higher forum. Now, if we see further, it says that any judgment or decree or the tribunal, so the person and the members and constitution shall be deemed to be the two separate persons. So for the purpose for this clause, or for the purpose of this clause, they should be treated as a two separate person for the purpose of levy of the GST, and the supply of the activities or transaction inter se shall be. Now the term inter se, that means either from the members to the society or the constitution, or from the society to the members. So both transactions are taxable. Now, this is the just legal reading of the provision, but what are the challenges before the taxpayer? First challenge is related to the constitutional or retrospective amendment. So, whether the taxpayer is now required to pay the, so whoever taxpayer has opted on the basis of Apex Code that not to pay GST has required to be paid GST from the 1st July 2017 with interest and penalty. So friends, in our view, as it's a retrospective amendment, and there is a power to the parliament to have a retrospective amendment under the law, but penalty can very well be litigated at the higher forum. Second, Even in our view, interest can also be, because there is huge cost of the interest, and that could affect the business, and Article 1940 can be on that basis that can be litigated. Second, related to the tax, definitely for the purpose of tax, it's an aggressive position that not to pay the tax, because uh, tax, it's as a retrospective amendment can be made, then it could be aggressive provision. Uh, but there is alternative view also. If you see the Kolkata High Court judgment, it is based on the constitutional validity or constitution mutuality concept under the constitution. So whether by amending in such a way, such section, it can override the constitution, or that has to be uh, that can be challenged again, and hence this aggressive position can also be possible. But definitely, if anyone don't want the litigation, and based on the amount can pay the interest, tax with interest and penalty. Second challenge we would like to highlight that even the paying the tax, the availability of ITC is very much big question, because you are paying the tax for the supply of the 4 years before, and the availability of ITC cannot be there. So even you are not paying. Now, whether the person can collect the tax from the society, that is also a question mark. Whether you are that could be, I think, between the contractual agreement between the society and the person or the members. So this could be certain unanswered questions, and we have to see how it can be uh, uh, tackled, so that that the cost, or there should not be more impact because of this amendment. Second, legal aspect, we would like to highlight that if you see that the wording, it include a person and the constitution, so everyone can be included. So one can say whether the partnership or firm has also has an impact because of this. So definitely, in our view, such a wider meaning should not be given to this, because this is an peripheral drafting or clarificatory in nature. So it's a amendment only to resolve certain issue, and can be read only to that extent, and does not give such a wide meaning to the amendment. So definitely, but we know what can be the department, what is the department position in days to come. We have to see. So this is about the certain challenges of first amendment made in the GST law. So we will discuss next amendment in the next video, and analysis of